Welcome, friends. This is Sandy,
And I'm Trina.
and we're here today with another great topic, and we hope that you're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, today, uh, well, we're going to start by saying, let's talk about it. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it.
We always find ourselves in these conversations. And then one of the things that came up is, when tragedy happens, right? When we have an experience where it's just unexpected, or even if somebody is experiencing long-term illness. So whether we say we're prepared for death or not, oftentimes we're not.
Or
In
so
that
we
moment,
tell, or so we tell ourselves.
we tell ourselves we're not, right? We're not prepared for that person to leave us. But I was really having this again, Sandy and I. We have these conversations, and the more we kind of work through this, it was like I started really praying about some better understanding of loss in life. And I just felt like I was like God spoke, and the God spoke about already preparing everyone for the experiences that they have. And so me and Sandy had to unpack that.
Hmm.
Like, what does that mean? We're prepared. We're already ready
Hmm.
for whatever experiences that we have, especially as it relates to grief. Um, and one of the things that we talked about was um, you're never alone.
No.
Someone somewhere has had the experience, um, be it even with the same relationship, a loss of a child, a loss of a parent, um,
A
a lo-
husband,
yeah,
a friend, anyone,
yeah,
honestly. And I want to be clear when Trina, she's going to explain a little bit more about being prepared. It's not to say that you are able to immediately accept what's happening
yeah,
in the loss. It doesn't mean that your genuine response of oh my god, because we're never ever going to be prepared to have our loved ones leave us. Nothing will, in the sense of, get us ready for it, but the response, we are prepared.
we're prepared.
We're more prepared than what we think we are.
Hmm.
And so, Trina, why don't you elaborate on that?
Yeah,
Because that's really the key in this.
yeah. I think you just made me feel something as well, that our hearts and our heads are not ready, right? They're not prepared. They're not prepared for it. But from a standpoint of I'm going to say it from a spiritual standpoint, that God reveals just certain things. It'll happen. It'll happen to someone else. You might be have walked someone else through the same kind of loss before. And your response might be, I could not imagine that. I could not ever imagine
Mm-hmm.
losing that spouse, that child. I could never imagine that. But the image is there because it has
Mm-hmm.
happened already with someone else that you might have walked them through.
Mm-hmm.
So the being prepared, like Sandy said, it may not be the prepared for losing that person, but you've seen it,
Right.
you've heard it,
Right.
and it's not unfamiliar that people pass away, and not unfamiliar that somebody would lose a relationship
Mm-hmm.
that close.
Right.
So then it's a matter of, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
What happens with my heart and my head for losing my person?
Right. Because we do have the understanding that if you live, you will die.
You will die.
So we already know that. But how we prepare and accept it is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So you can know something and not accept it,
Mm-hmm.
but yet still be prepared.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about, unconsciously being prepared. We're not talking about you've thought about this and you've gone over this and you've have done and said and all the technical things to prepare yourself. That's not what we're talking about here. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking about unconsciously, maybe, that you haven't thought about what would I do, but yet you have a very natural instinct.
Mm-hmm.
It might take you a minute to react and respond to it, but you do have something that lives within you that is a natural instinct because God has given us many examples.
Yeah.
Whether it be if you haven't lost anyone close to you and you have just read the stories in the Bible, if you have just seen a show on TV,
Mm-hmm.
there has been a friend of a friend or someone very close to you, if it has happened to you personally, there has been examples,
Mm-hmm.
enough examples for us to be able to say, if I'm honest, he has prepared us
Yeah.
for this very, very sad moment in our life.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the saddest, if not the saddest, experience any of us. And we're all alike in that way. No matter the race, creed, religion, it doesn't matter. We are all alike in that pain
Yeah.
of suffering when loss happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the truth. No matter what, no
And
matter
so I
who.
think that's how we can all kind of rally and come together and support one another. When
Mm-hmm.
this person can't be strong for themselves, that's the whole thing, right? You have someone to lean on
Mm-hmm.
who will support you through this, and maybe they haven't even experienced it, but it's that natural piece in you that has prepared you
Mm-hmm.
to even be part of that support system.
Mm-hmm. You have been prepared, whether we believe it or not.
Right.
We're not prepared for how we're going to feel.
Right.
We're not even prepared for how we're going to think.
Right.
What we do know, it is not unfamiliar.
Right.
Loss is not unfamiliar.
No.
That part we're prepared for. This has happened before.
This is such a deep subject, Trina, and I really am grateful that God put it on your heart and that you were able to share that with me because I personally had never thought of it that way.
Mm.
And so when you said it, it was eye opening to me. Like, have I been prepared
You've been prepared. You've
for
heard
the
it.
day that I have my test?
Mm.
And if I'm honest with myself, yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been.
Mm-hmm.
He's prepared me.
He's prepared you with somebody else's
Right,
experience
right,
sometimes. Someone else has had the experience and you're prepared, at least for this is not unfamiliar in
hmm
human life.
right,
Human life, this exists, and there are so many people before you,
right,
and there will be so many people after you
right.
that will have the experience. And so, so one of the things that I have learned from this is to listen and be intentional when I listen. And so every day you can hear news
hmm
and some of the things that are just far out there lately. We know what kind of world we're living in right now, and it's just be it ICE, be it whatever is going on in the world. One thing for sure is even if you had to experience, it's not unfamiliar. So we have to listen, be intentional listeners as well, because it might be preparing you for something
hmm
else that you might have to experience. But inevitably, all of us will get to the road of experiencing the loss of someone. Um, I'm going to call it a great loss of someone,
Yes.
a great loss of relationship that we have to somehow build a bridge to the other side. It's like, how do I get to the other side of this grief? And there's some people that it's going to take a long time to get to the other side of the grief, but you are prepared. And if you're not feeling prepared, get into a group. Find find a cause, a group that might just discuss the loss of something almost as familiar as what you've lost. If it's a spouse, if it's a child, then look up just different grief groups
Right.
that might be able to help you um, At least,
to try to navigate through it,
yeah,
because it can put you in a place of just standing still. And
yeah,
what you don't want to do is just sit in that,
yeah,
for too long, because we've talked in previous segments about what that can do. So it's always a good idea to be able to reach out to someone who
mm-hmm,
might have had a little more time to digest and process, and now can understand and share
mm-hmm,
a way that would help you.
mm-hmm,
Um, but don't be afraid to do that. We're here for that. This is part of what this whole beautiful platform allows for,
mm-hmm,
is for us to have those uncomfortable conversations and to help one another. Um, Losing your parents, your loved one, whomever it is, it's not something you just get over. You'll never get over it. You'll learn how to manage it. You'll
mm-hmm.
learn how to incorporate it in your day to day life. And there are moments where it all just comes back to you, and it's hard. No one said it would be easy, and it's not going to be easy,
Mm-hmm.
because when you love someone, the
Mm-hmm.
the loss of them not no longer being in your space in your life, you can't replace that with anything, and nor should you try.
Mm-hmm.
It is That spot is reserved for that person. Okay, no
Mm-hmm.
one's going to take that person's
Right.
place.
Right.
And so I think that we have to understand that it does, even in the loss, God has prepared us for how we should navigate, how we should, take the tools that already live within us,
Mm-hmm.
and make it work for you,
Mm-hmm.
because it can. And
Yeah.
it sounds so unimaginable when you're fresh in it, but I'm telling you, and I know many others will share the same belief,
Yes.
it's possible.
It's possible. You are prepared for the information, maybe not the inflammation in your heart,
Hmm.
what's in your head,
Right,
but you've heard it before.
right.
And so we just thought we would have that kind of conversation. I still would encourage you to get in a group, or, Sandy and I both, we are certified grief coaches.
Yes.
If you want to talk more, feel free to respond to this in any way that we might be able to get in contact with you. We definitely will follow up. We just
Yes.
would help you any way we could navigate through the other side of grief. And I mean, one of the things that we concentrate on is getting from grief to gratitude, which is
Hmm.
actually the whole principle behind the coaching that we experience. How do
Right.
we move from one grief posture to
Right.
gratitude? And it doesn't mean that your hurt will go away.
No.
It means that you will start spotting those wins,
Right.
and you'll be grateful for those wins
Absolutely.
while you're still here. So
Absolutely. And these are very genuine, transparent conversations we're having with you all. A lot of the conversations we have, we're talking it through as we do the segment.
yeah,
It's not a lot of rehearsal time or anything like that, because we want it to come across as genuine and as authentic as we mean it to be.
yes,
And for us, that is what works for us, because we want you to understand and know that the conversation is very real,
mm-hmm.
and it's very genuine.
Yes.
And we sincerely pray and ask God to heal you and to touch you and to help you along the way. And we feel very blessed to be a part of that we too are an extension of that support. So
Yes. Yeah. Well,
I think that's it, friends.
I think so.
Well, again, we always thank you and we appreciate you taking the time to listen to us. Please don't forget to share, like the video. If you feel like this is something that would help someone that you may know, please send them to our page, or you can reach out to us directly. Please leave us a message if you have any comments about the video. And remember, don't forget to find your lighthouse.
It'll help you find your way out of the darkness.
Until next time.
Bye.